make sure that you're bringing something to the table and you're not just sitting at the table to eat. Bars.
Mama told me I never said word. Mama 17, 5, ain't gonna be
What's up, guys? It's your girl AC back on YouTube. What was I about to say? Back on YouTube with another video. Now, before we get started, we already know this hair is from wildafrican.com. I already made a video about this. Watch it. This shirt that I have on is a vintage Guess shirt from Procel, New York. If you guys are from Jersey, New York, you already know where the hot spot's at, where you can get all exclusives, everything you need. You already know where it's at. But if you don't live in Jersey or New York, I got this shirt from Procel NYC. They got all the exclusives. They stay with the vintage. It's a great store. A lot of celebrities come through there sometimes. So, you know, if you guys are in NYC, go check it out. Guess. But this video that we're talking about today is about being an interviewer. Yeah, being an interviewer. So pretty much, I guess I'm going to give you guys some tips on becoming an interviewer. I'm not saying I'm Angie Martinez. I'm not nowhere near that level. You know, I'm still working towards building my name. But I have a cold. I want to share with you guys just what I've done so far to get where I'm at so far. So if you've watched some of my interviews, you know who I've interviewed. I've done some celebrities, a lot of unsigned artists from my area and other areas. So yeah, pretty much I guess you could say it started off when I was in school. I graduated with an English writing degree, and I was like, what am I gonna do with this? Like, I don't want to be a teacher for all of my life. I don't want to work in a library. I don't want to be none of that. I want to do music as a writer. Like, what can I do? How can I put writing and music together? So pretty much I started filling out a lot of internships. You know, I looked up a lot of internships, especially with, like, you know, all the big name websites, like, you know, I don't want to really name drop, but you know, all the big ones that everybody's on. So I did over maybe like 50 internship applications, and only one got back to me. Only one. And the one that got back to me, I started, you know, working with them. I was writing for them. I did a lot of interviews, a lot of music reviews, a lot of write-ups, a lot. And that actually did kind of build my name up. Like, it got to the point where, like, people knew me for what I was doing. They knew me for, like, writing about artists, and a lot of artists was flooding my emails, DMs, everything, just trying to get me to write about their music. And I'm very thankful for that. I really am. So from there, like I said, people started knowing me for doing the music reviews and whatnot. So it started getting attention of, like, other people. I started making a lot of new connections and relationships with people who were kind of like in the same boat as me. I'm not saying like they were famous, but they had connections. So with that, I was able to interview a lot more people, a lot more. I didn't do a lot of celebrities, but I got to interview a couple celebrities. I got to do a lot of events, just being there as media, just from the connections I made. So I guess you could say my number one tip would be look for internships, especially if you're still in school. Look for internships, look for openings, staff writer, contributors especially. Also, always come with your own body of work. Like, I have my own website where I do my own writing on. So I felt like that was a little clutch that I could use, you know, when I needed to show people what I do, like an online portfolio kind of thing. So have your own website, have your own writing somewhere where people could get to it. Apply to internships. It don't matter how many you apply to, just apply to them and see who gets back to you. Don't be scared to slide in the DMs. As crazy as that sound, don't be scared to slide in the DMs. Like, I done slid in a bunch of people DMs, not in that way, but for business. And a lot of people did get back to me. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I got a lot of opportunities just from, you know, introducing myself and letting people know what I do and what I want to do, you know, what I'm trying to do with them, especially like as far as working with them. So I would say definitely build relationships. Don't be scared to build genuine relationships. What I mean by that is, like, don't just be one of those people that like every picture that you see, put the fire emoji under every picture that you see, always putting less work, less link, which is fine, but back it up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, always check up on the people that you build relationships with. Let them know that you actually care about what they're doing and you want to be a part of it in some kind of way. Like, you want to contribute, because support gets support at the end of the day. Like, You can't expect people to support you and you're not supporting nobody else. Like, it just don't work like that, right? So make sure that you're building genuine relationships. Apply to internships or opportunities. Make your brand known, make your name known. Like, don't just be one of those people that fade into the background and you just are a part of a brand. Like, make sure that you always keep your brand first. Make sure that you're bringing something to the table and you're not just sitting at the table to eat. Bars. Seriously, and make sure you're bringing something to the table, because that goes a long way. I would say also, don't be scared. Get from behind the computer screen, please, people. Like, it's okay to support people from off the computer, you know, like and comment, subscribe, whatever, like and commenting, whatever you're doing. But get from behind the screen and actually go out to these events and show your face, put a name to the face, put a face to the name, whatever. Get to know people that way too. Come to the shows of the artists that you want to work with. Don't be afraid to put yourself out there, honestly. I know it can be scary sometimes, especially if you're like me. Like, I could be very sociable, but then I could also be very introverted at times where I'm like, I need my space, you know. But you got to work on that. It's something you got to work on. So yeah, apply to internships, opportunities, build genuine relationships, build your brand while you're building another brand, if you can handle that. Hold on, guys. Also, don't be afraid to invest in yourself. Let me say that again. Don't be afraid to invest in yourself. Scared money don't make no money. And what I mean by that is, if you know that you want your content to look a certain way, if you know that you want to be at this event but you don't want to go there, like you don't want to travel whatever to get there, nothing's going to happen. Like, you got to be able to put money into something so you can get more out of it. What I mean by that is that I bought my own equipment. I knew I wanted to do interviews, video interviews. I bought my own camera. I invested in myself. Like, you know, I bought my own lighting. I bought my own sound equipment. Everything I needed to get myself where I needed to get myself to, I bought for myself, because I know at the end of the day, I don't want nobody to be able to say, like, you know, if it wasn't for me, you wouldn't be able to do this, you wouldn't be able to do that. Nobody can say that for me. Now, I do have a lot of people who have helped me get to what I'm doing now. They've helped me with certain opportunities, but there will never be somebody who can say that they made me, you know, self-made. So those are my tips to being an interviewer, or just if you want to be in this industry, this music industry. Those are the key things to keep in mind when you're moving and shaking. You know what I'm saying? So if you guys want to add anything to it, or you have any questions, like, comment, subscribe. Leave the comments below. I will answer them. Hopefully I can bring you guys more great content, more chit chats, more whatever you want to call it. We can do this, okay? So you guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.
Mama.